Good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday, 9 p.m. Brazil time, and I've missed you. I haven't been around, I think maybe last week only, but still, it feels like a long time has passed, and I missed being here with you all. Welcome aboard. Here, we are going to learn something amazing tonight, and we are going to get one step closer to the 2% English. Because I'm here, if you don't know me, I'm Renata. Hi, Anderson. Hi, Marco. And I'm here to help you leave that okay English behind for good and reach the English that only 2% of Brazilians actually speak. We want to make sure that that group gets bigger and bigger every single day, every single year, every single month. Because, as a country, we deserve that, right? Hi, Layla. Welcome aboard. Welcome. Well, as you can see in the title, tonight I'm going to teach you, and I need your help, okay? Please hit the heart button here to invite more people in, because since I haven't been here in a while, it might take a little longer for Instagram to invite more people in, to go like, I don't know if I'm going to invite more people for this girl. But anyway, as you can see in the title, we are going to talk about one of the major steps towards the 2% English. And I'm going to teach you what I teach my students, what I tell them to do, what I'm always keeping an eye on, when I'm always watching them, reminding them to do and not to do, to stop doing and to start doing, in order to stop saying, I understand, but I can't use. I understand, but I don't use. That's that sentence. So we wanna make sure that doesn't happen. Hi, Elton. Hi, Fernando. Welcome. Hi, Carol. Hi, Ana Carol. Welcome aboard, everybody. I will need you, and I want your opinion, your comments, your interaction tonight. It's going to be me and you guys, all right? MC won't be with us tonight, so it's all about what you guys feel, think, and there is even a little practice test throughout the class, okay? So please hit the like button here to invite more people in to watch the class with you and to participate as well. Okay, so the title of the class is, hi Denise, hi Gold Digger, welcome. The title of the class is, I understand but I can't use it. Now I want you to tell me in the comments something that you understand when people use around you, but you don't use. Because you don't remember, because it never comes to mind, because maybe you're not so sure of how you can use it, or maybe you are insecure about it, I'm afraid I'm gonna make a mistake. Hi everybody, welcome. Hi, Luis Felipe, another gold digger coming in, brand new gold digger. Hi, Márcio, welcome. So leave in the comments something that you understand well when people use, but you never use. You don't or you can't. It's anything. I'm going to give some examples to help you, think of yours. Some specific vocabulary, like, I see people using this phrasal verb a lot, but I never know how to use it. Or I do know how to use it, but I just never remember it. When I have to speak, a verb tense. Maybe present perfect is a good example. Present perfect is something that we understand a lot, but maybe it doesn't come out when we have to or when we should use it. Fernando wrote here, so do I, so am I, etc. Agreeing, the rejoinders, the connectors of agreement, of coincidence. So probably, Fernando, either, neither as well, right? The negative ones too. Good, so you understand when people use it, but you never know how to, or you forget and you just go, me too. That's something. Conjunctions, Elton, good one. Conjunctions. We tend to use something that is comfortable, like but, and, so, because, and we forget about the more elevated ones, more idiomatic ones, like however, nevertheless, in addition to that, since or as, consequently, right? That's so true, Elton. Conjunctions are definitely on the list as well. Tadeu said idioms like off to a good start. These little like idiomatic sentences, right, that pretty much speak for themselves, and they convey a lot of things at once, you know, and they're so practical. True. Good one. Denise says, indeed. Okay, I never know the right way to put it on sentences. Denise, indeed. Indeed is an expression that not a lot of people know how to use or remember. Indeed. Oh, God. Okay, so welcome, everybody. So we are talking about things that you are telling me that you understand but you can't use. A lot of amazing examples. It's always nice to, you know, to see what you think, because as a teacher I have my opinions, my experience, but the more you tell me, the more I learn about you all. So we got these examples. You brought examples to me of things that you understand but you can't use, all right? The idea here is to help you fix anything that you understand but can't use. All right, so we're going to work on that. Okay, first of all, we need to work on your awareness. Hashtag awareness. If you follow us, if you have been following us for a while, you know that's one of our concepts. And now I want to ask you to think. Why do you think that you understand but you don't use? It can be two at the same time or one of these two reasons, okay? Is it a problem of input? Denise said that she doesn't really know, she's not sure how to use indeed. Is it a matter of input? So you learned, but you're not sure you know how and when to use it, so you avoid it. Is it a problem of input or not? Is it a problem of output? I know when to use it. I've seen people use it a zillion times, but I just don't remember it. It just never comes to mind. And then I hear someone using it again and I'm like, that's the word I should be using more often. Is it input or output? Think about it. Or is it both? Sometimes one, sometimes the other, but very often both. You know, leave it in the comments here. Let me understand a little bit more. The examples you gave, conjunctions, idiomatic phrases, or popular sayings, right? Idiomatic sayings too, or words like indeed, or so am I, so do I, the rejoinder so, to, either, neither. What? Okay, so Denise saying it's out. You feel like it's output. So okay, so you see it, you understand the meaning, you know when to use it, but it just never, right? You never actually get to use it. All right, so first of all, if it's a problem of input, leave it in the comments here if you think in your case, is it input, output, or both? If it's a problem of input, that means you need more or better input on that specific word. Because if you don't get the input correctly, you can't really produce language correctly. That makes sense, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to restudy, learn this again, and make sure if you are studying by yourself, right, you should find another way, another source of input. If it's your teacher, you have a teacher, maybe the explanation wasn't so complete. And one thing that we need to remember about explanation is what it means is not sufficient. You have to understand when to use it and how. What, when, how, where. These WHs help a lot when constructing a meaning in your head, okay? What is that word, the idea, or that grammar topic, verb tense? When should I use it? In what situations, you know, should I use it? Where? Also about situations, but more like when and where are a bit different. When can be more related to like formality, you know, formal and formal. And, you know, how? Like Denise asked, at the beginning, at the end of the sentence, structurally speaking, how? Okay, so these are words that help as well. So you need to study when to use it, how to use it, what it is, and where to use it. It's in the hands of the teacher or in your hands if you are studying by yourself. All right, so leave your little heart here if you are enjoying it so far. If it's not a problem of output, Master, that's okay if you need to go. The class will be taped. You can watch it later, okay? You can watch it tomorrow. So, if it's a problem of output, which is the biggest problem for most people, you know, for most people it's more difficult to produce than to understand when to use it. You can passively, you know, sit, study, read, see a lot of examples, go like, I know when to use this exactly, but then when the time comes, you don't remember it. It never crosses your mind, you know. Fernando says, I think it's the output comfort zone. The first thing that comes to me is me too. Yes, comfort zone is a big issue. Hi, G. Welcome. Another student coming in. Hi. Hi, Zlani. So let's talk about output then, okay? Output is related then to practice and feedback, the other two steps of the learning cycle. When you practice and you get feedback to see if you're doing it right or wrong, right? So it's very common for me to hear anyone that, hi, hello, nice to meet you. What do you do? And then I say, oh, I'm an English teacher. Probably that person is going to say, is going to share a little bit about their history with English. And they will say, you know what? I understand a lot of the things that I read and listen to, but I can never really speak. In general, right? Not specific topics. I watch movies without captions, but I can't really speak English. I read a lot, but I can't write. So that problem of producing language is not only your problem, okay? It's many people have that problem. And the person responsible for that, and if you watched Fluent at Work Week, be part of the 2%, like Fernando did, like Denise, who is our student, you know, did, and she also knows that because of the course. The person responsible for that, and I forgot to get my notepad. I was going to draw that to you guys, but it's okay. I think I can get an emoji for that. That little guy over there. That little guy, the snowman, is responsible for that. Picture a snowman with a regular head and a regular belly. The belly of the snowman is everything that you understand. The head is everything that you use. It's normal that the belly is bigger than the head. It's a snowman, right? But what is not normal is for the snowman to have an extremely big belly and a very tiny head. Then there's something wrong, okay? We have to balance that. We have to make the belly never smaller, right? But we have to make the head bigger, more proportional. Make this area, right, where you practice and you get the output, larger and, you know, easier to access. That's what we're supposed to do, okay? And why does this problem happen? Most of the time, this problem happens because, you don't have the right practice, okay? The right way to practice something. And you end up investing a lot of time the wrong way. Because of a lot of reasons, okay? Because of the way we have been trained throughout our educational years in school, in college, a lot of reasons. But I'll name them, okay? I'll list them here. So, I'm going to ask you a question here. If you could choose a test to take right now, would you choose an open essay test or a multiple choice test? About this class or about, I don't know, your work, or something related to your job that you have to do. Like tomorrow your boss is giving you a test about, you know, company policy. Company policy, I like that. Would you prefer to take that test? Multiple choice, A, B, C, D, choose one, or open essay? They ask the question and you have to write the answers and remember all the information. What would you prefer? What kind of test would you prefer? Leave it in the comments here. I want to know your opinion, okay? Multiple choice test or open essay test. while you think, I'm going to tell you a little tale, actually share some fun facts with you. Well, let's see here. Everybody's quiet, or is it taking... Okay, multiple choice. Layla said multiple choice. Always multiple choice. Multiple choice. Okay, I guess it's what I figured. So, practice exercise. Okay, I want you to feel and experience this right now. Practice exercise. I am going to read fun facts about... hi, Fernanda. Welcome to... all right, Carol. We have a lot of students here tonight. Fernanda, Carol. Oh, two more. Fun facts about animals. I'm going to read like 8 or 9 fun facts about animals. Pay attention. I'm going to have a little quiz at the end, okay? All right. Fernanda said multiple choice would be easier, but this is not what I would like. It would be easier for a reason, right? So I'm going to read the fun facts, okay? Fun fact number 1. The heart of a shrimp is located in its head. Don't write anything down, just listen, okay? I want you to feel your memory working. So the heart of a shrimp is located in its head. Number 2. A snail can sleep for 3 years. Number 3. Slugs have 4 noses. Number 4. Elephants are the only animal that cannot jump. Number 5. A cow gives nearly 200,000 glasses of milk in a lifetime. 6. Giraffes have no vocal cords. 7. A rhino's horn is made of hair. 7 or 8, I forgot. It's possible to hypnotize a frog by placing it on its back and gently stroking its stomach. Next. Nearly 3% of the ice in Antarctic glaciers is penguin urine. And the last one, bats always turn left when leaving a cave. Are you ready for the question? Quiz about these fun facts. Question number 1. It's 2 questions only, okay? It's quick. What animal doesn't have a voice? Do you remember the answer? Leave the answer in... No, don't leave the answer in the comments yet. Do you remember the answer, yes or no? Yes or no? Leave it in the comments. Do you remember yes or no? Don't say the answer, okay? Yes or no? Do you know which animal it is? What animal doesn't have a voice? A voice. Do you remember? Or no, I don't remember. Okay, Amanda said yes. Let's see. Do you remember or don't you remember? Mila says yes. Yes. Okay. Layla says yes as well. All right. Okay. Now, Fernanda said no. Denise said yes. All right. Now, I want you to write the answer. What animal doesn't have a voice? Write the answer. Let's see if you are right. If you got the answer right. What animal doesn't have a voice? I'm not going to react. I'm not frozen, okay? Anita, congelou. No. I'm just reading the answers. Okay. A giraffe doesn't have vocal cords. All right, now question number 2. Question number 2 is a little more difficult, okay? It requires a little bit more information. So, number 2, How can you hypnotize a frog? How can you hypnotize a frog? If you know what the answer is, write yes. If you don't know, write no, okay? Remember, you are not supposed to write anything down, okay? You're supposed to trust your memory on this one because it's just a memory exercise to show you the difference between the two abilities. So, how can you hypnotize a frog? If you remember, leave it in the comments. Yes, if you don't remember, leave no. I'll give you a couple seconds to do it. If you just joined in, what are we doing here? We are doing a memory exercise to show you that in order to break this, I understand, but I never use, we have to practice the right way. Practicing the wrong way will not take you to the 2% English that you are looking for, okay? All right, so now we have more no's, right? Instead of just one little word, which was the name of the animal, you had to think of, more things like the whole sentence, etc. Okay, so you have much more no's than yes this time. So Layla is trying her answer and Lele is also trying her answer. Okay, now I'm going to give you the options. All right, the options. Tell me A, B, or C. How can you hypnotize a frog? Letter A, by making it jump and stroking his back. By making it jump and stroking its back, not his back, its back. B, by placing it on its back and stroking its stomach. By placing it on its back and gently stroking its stomach, B. Or C, by pushing its stomach in gently. Or C, by pushing its stomach in gently. A, B, or C? A, by making it jump and stroking its back. B, by placing it on its back and gently stroking its stomach. Or C, by pushing its stomach in. Which one? A, B, or C? Well, I can see a lot of answers here already. Most of you are guessing it's letter B. So, from what I can see here, let me see. Okay. All right. I want someone who had said no to also respond. Okay. Basically, you all got it right. When you had to remember more, a longer sentence with more complex details, most people said, I don't know, I can't remember. And when I gave you the options, everybody got it right. Even if you had said, I don't remember, or if you just didn't say anything, letter B. Which means, and also this preference for multiple choice means that it's easier, like Fernanda said, to be exposed to the content and recognize what is right from what is wrong. But when you are speaking English, it's all about producing from your access, from your files there. There is nothing that you are recognizing and saying, okay, this is the one, okay, that's the one. You have to access your own brain. So the ability of speaking English is completely different from the ability of doing a grammar exercise, especially a multiple choice exercise. So when we think of how we are practicing English, if we want to speak English well, we have to go and do more than only recognizing, okay? So there are two abilities, recognition in the multiple choice and recalling when there is no help. You have to remember the answer with no help, with no tips and no options in front of you, okay? And this is what happens to most people. It's not just you or me, it's most people. So comment below if you felt that, how did you feel? More comfortable with the multiple choice, less? Do you feel that this is true for you when you were studying? Do you feel like, yes, I do multiple choice exercises really well. I do quizzes online really well. Whenever there is like a game or something I have to choose, awesome. But when I have to remember something or speak, spontaneously, it's more difficult. Let me know. Leave it in the comments here. What is your experience like? And as I said, this is something that happens a lot to us. We are not built, think about it. We are built to complete a course. We are built to graduate. When you are a child, what does your mom and your dad, what do they want? They want you to graduate. They want you to get a diploma. And you want that diploma. So we are very task-oriented. What is the task that I have to complete? I have to finish this course. I have to go through the modules. I have to go through the classes. But in fact, when you change your mindset to, I need results from this course. What am I doing here in this course? I am going towards the 2%. Then you shift your mindset and you start working on the abilities correctly, right? Following the instruction of, your teacher or me, if you are watching this class and you want to apply to your life, to your self-study. So when you think about that, you break a long cycle of learning and forgetting, learning and forgetting, learning and forgetting. You get into college. The first semester, you learn the first semester, you move on to the second semester. If you forgot 80% of what you learned, it's okay. It's a new semester with new subjects, new professors, and they're not going to be so connected. But English is not like that. I cannot forget simple past when I learn present perfect. I have to master everything, and then I move on to the next. I can't learn simple past like this. I know some verbs, some irregular verbs, but not others, and then I move on to the next verb tense. You can't. You have to master one and keep it, and then master the other. So something has to change in your mindset. How you study needs to change, And realizing that recalling and recognition are different abilities, and that recognition is very good at the beginning when something is a new topic. But then you have to move on to recalling so that you don't rely anymore on anything outside. Everything is already inside and you can access that, And the only way to do that is by working, making your brain work on this ability, making your brain recall things. Maybe at first it's going to be hard. The second time you have to check again, but the third time you remember. Oh yeah, that's right. The meaning of this word, or this conjunction, or this, new vocabulary, and so on. So practice that. Practice recalling. Practice accessing information, not just recognizing information. So habits, let's put this into practice. Real life, practice real situations. Habits to have or to cut out, all right? Okay. Denise said, that's totally true. Now I get impressed by my recalling, even when I don't take a lot of notes. Another way to go. Denise, if you don't know her, I've mentioned earlier, she is a student of the Fluent for Real program. And, I stimulate that throughout the program a lot. And it's a memory exercise, right? And the more we use our memory, the better it gets. Denise, it's good to know that this recalling technique is going beyond the class, that it's helping you, in other areas of your life as well. So habits to have or to cut out, okay? Multiple choice exercises are good, but they are limited. Go beyond them. When you open an app, and we have a great class here about how to choose the best apps, and it's also related to recalling and recognition, okay? So it's something that I talk about there as well. But I have a lot of details about, what you can do, tips of good apps that you can use, so on. The best program. So they apps that are multiple choice, they only provide recognition. So if you know the phrasal verbs, I know the meaning of this phrasal verb, to meet by accident, run into, I know, I get it, I get all of them right, great, but what else? Can you actually put that in a sentence? Can you, use that when you're speaking or just when you're playing with the app? So recognition only. Look for apps that ask you to recall that information, that ask you to, that demand that you access your brain, in order to bring that without any help. Something else that many people don't do, we are talking a lot about recalling and recognition, but look, you won't be able to recall the information that you need if it's not there. And the only way for the connection to stay there after you learned, great, you created a connection. If you leave that little connection, new, brand new, a baby, still very weak, still in need of attention, and you only go back to that content after 2 weeks, you will have lost that connection. You have to study consistently. I posted a Reels the other day talking about that. A consistent practice. Study a little today. It's 3 minutes. Maybe you want a new phrasal verb to be part of your vocabulary. You learned it, okay, write it down, write examples, make your own dictionary. In 2 days, go there and read again. Read that page. All right, that's right. And then in 2 more days, you do the same. Later, after 2 or 3 times that you have exposed yourself, then it's going to be possible to access. The connection is stronger. When you are speaking, you will be able to access that better. When you are doing a practice exercise with recalling, you will be able to access that. Just don't trust that 1 day exposed to something is going to be enough. Study little by little, but study consistently. Little by little and consistently, right? Just like working out. If I work out a lot today and then I work out a lot in a week, it's the same as nothing. I have to work out consistently 2 times a week, 3 times a week in order to get my muscles, strong. Studying focused on tests is very good if you are looking at a test, if you are aiming at a result on a test. If that's not what you want, if you want to speak the English, the 2% English at work, you want to speak that amazing English in your profession, you don't want just to pass a test, then you should change the way that you are studying. Don't prepare yourself for a test when in fact what you want is to speak English, in real life. So basically, guys, just to sum up, all right, and now I want to hear your thoughts on it. We can't incorporate knowledge and actively use that knowledge unless we do it the right way, So recalling and recognition are 2 abilities that are key, but consistent studying and consistent practice is one of the pillars as well. If you do an amazing recalling exercise today, but then you only study that again in a month, chances are the connections will be weak in your brain, So from now on, I want to invite you to do this exercise. Check everything around you. Start now, all right? I want to hear in the comments here. If you started the class with me and you're ending the class with me, or if you got it, if you came in the middle of the class, you will be able to respond this too. What do you do today that is practicing recalling? What do you do? Apps, grammar exercises. You have a grammar book that you like, or something online. Those flashcards that there are a lot of apps with flashcards. What else? What do you see yourself doing that is demanding recalling? Or, no, Renata, I don't see most of the things that I do or everything that I think of is only recognition. I am only recognizing information and marking the right information. Correct, true, false. I'm doing verb exercises only with multiple choice. I never have to put the verb in the correct form. I just have to mark the correct verb. Tell me what it is that you have been doing that is practicing your recalling, or if you are basically only working on recognition practice. Okay? Leave here in the comments. I want to know. I want you to reflect on that. I want you to think about your own studying today. Before you leave the class, before you go and out into the world and disconnect from this class, I want to hear, what it is that you do that is recalling and recognition. If you can think of anything now, maybe it's something that you haven't thought about or you're still thinking, bring this exercise to, tomorrow, later, but start from there. Start from this awareness moment where you stop and think, what am I doing that is practicing my recalling, that is making me one step closer to being more active when speaking, stop saying I understand but I never use, and what is actually recognition, and it's comfort zone. Recognition can be very, very nice and warm because you get it right. You feel like, oh, I'm doing it right. See, I got 100% of the answers right. But are you getting what you really want, which is the 2% English when you speak in real life? Denise says that I do the Fluent for Real program. So much recalling. Yes, Denise. A lot of recalling, a lot of hard work, right? It's what we need for the 2% English. There's no there's no shortcut. There is an intelligent and pleasant way, right? We try to make it as pleasant as possible, as fun as possible, but true. And it's really a great exercise. So I guess that was it for tonight. It's a 30-minute class, 40-minute class today. If you want to know more about this, there are, of course, many more tips that I can give after this first step of awareness plus recalling and recognition. There are more things that we can do to practice, but that was all the time that I had for today. And I really hope that you can start thinking about your own practice and start transforming your English now, to stop saying I understand but I never use. All right? I would love to hear your feedback on that and your comments. Fernand said a letter. What do you mean a letter, Fernand? Writing a letter? Great. Writing a letter, writing an email from scratch is definitely recalling. You have to build, and that's why many people don't like writing, because it's really a hard task. There is no help, You have to come up with the text, with every word, with every, connection. It's hard. Writing is definitely a recalling exercise, and it's really good. Hi, Ariana, welcome. Totally me at the beginning. I could live abroad and I would be fine. Oh, yes. Great English, but not really. But, it's awareness is the key, right, Denise? When you are aware of everything and you open your eyes, you're like, there are things that I can learn. But confidence is always a good thing too as well, right? Oh, it's not all bad. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. If you have just arrived, I really recommend that you watch this class from the very beginning. It will be saved here, so just, come by tomorrow or even now if you are, on a roll. And I will see you all next week, Wednesday at 9 p.m. Brazil time. And the countdown for MC and Renata in the same city is rolling. And I guess it's like 2 weeks to go. 2 weeks to go, 15 days to go. It's going to be really cool. Hi, Deborah. Another gold digger coming in. Hi. So good to see you here as well. So everybody, thank you so much. See you all next week. Have an amazing rest of week and weekend. And I hope that you enjoyed this class, okay? Hit the little heart before going. And thank you so much. Thank you, André. Thank you, Leila, Denise. Everybody, bye-bye, bye-bye. Thank you for participating, Fernando, as well. A lot of people that participated so much tonight. Oh, let's go back. Carol, Leila, Mila, Tati, Agatha, André, Rodrigo. Thank you so much. All right. Bye-bye. See you.